We are joined now by our friend Tom Kelley, who is a Medal of Honor recipient. And Tom, I've got to tell you, I've never met a Medal of Honor recipient. Thank you for being here today.
Well, good. There are three of them here today. Barney Barnum from the Vietnam era and Ryan Pitts from Afghanistan, who lives across the border in New Hampshire. And we're here for the Marine Corps lunch over at the Convention Center.
Yep.
Expect about 2,000 of our closest Marine friends will be there.
Fantastic.
And a couple of months ago, we actually had the Medal of Honor convention here in Boston. We had about 50 Medal of Honor recipients out of the 78 living recipients at that time.
Yeah.
Had a wonderful time. The city of Boston just rolled out the red carpet. Fisher House was deeply involved in helping put the whole thing together. Jen DeLuca and her gang, and they're a great group. And just yesterday, President Obama awarded another Medal of Honor to Captain Flo Groberg, who's U.S. Army soldier from Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. And he was awarded the medal, so we now have 79 living recipients.
When did you receive your medal?
Mine was 1970. The action I got it for was in Vietnam in 1969. I was a Navy lieutenant operating with the U.S. Army in what they call the Mobile Riverine Force. We would take our Navy boats and move Army soldiers around the canals and the rivers of the Mekong Delta and insert them, provide fire support for them, and pick them up and bring them home and that type of thing. And we got in a big firefight, and I was badly wounded, but we were able to keep fighting. And
you look great now.
I look terrific. I don't know how I look, but I feel terrific. But that was 45 years ago.
Yeah.
And because I lost an eye and a few other things, the Navy said you can't stay any longer. So I fought that, and I stayed for 20 more years after that. I retired after 30 years in the Navy in 1990.
Yeah. Now, what's your involvement with Fisher House? Tell us, you know what I'm trying to convey to our audience. We have people listening from all over New England, from Connecticut, from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire. How has the Fisher House helped families of veterans?
Well, I first got to know the Fisher House when they broke ground over at the West Roxbury VA back about, must have been 10 years ago now. At that time, I was the Secretary of Veteran Services for Commonwealth of Massachusetts, so was very interested in seeing any ways that services to veterans could be improved, and the Fisher House hit the nail right on the head. You got to remember when these wounded warriors are on the mend or being treated at the hospital, it's a very traumatic time for everybody, including their families. And families frequently have to travel long distances to be with their loved one, their soldier or their Marine. And so the Fisher House started actually about 25 years ago, I think, by building these homes, and they're not just barracks or anything, they're beautiful homes on the campuses of military and Veterans Administration healthcare.
46 of them around the world.
Are there that many now? Yeah. And what they do is they make the families feel at home. So it's one less thing that the healing soldier or Marine has to worry about. You know, what about my poor family? Are they going to be staying in some hotel, some crummy area? No, they're going to be right around the corner on the campus of the VA.
Yep.
They're going to be in a beautiful home. And if the home is filled for one reason or other, Fisher House will pay for them to stay in a nice hotel in the city of Boston. So every dollar that people give goes directly to helping the families of wounded warriors who are trying to get their lives back together.
Well, and I'll tell you, there's no better cause that you can make a donation to this holiday season. Tommy, you must have seen some examples of families benefiting from the services of the Fisher House during your...
Oh, absolutely. Before Fisher House came along here, I had a couple of experiences of one particular woman veteran who had kind of fallen through the cracks at the VA, and she didn't know where to go, what to do. And she was staying in a homeless shelter here in the city of Boston, not a very nice one either, and not the New England Center for Homeless Veterans, but a really kind of crummy one.
Yep.
And so she was spiraling down instead of maintaining a steady course and even trying to help herself. So we found out about her and was able to get her into a nice place and stuff like that. It was before the Fisher House came along. And if the Fisher House had been there, it wouldn't have been any question. She would have gone right. The minute she set foot in Boston, she would have been welcomed with open arms at the Fisher House.